9 o'clock now, and welcome to Daybreak Plus on WGRZ Plus. And we do have a weather impact alert day in effect. We're going to go back up to the roof. And Patrick, right now we've got a kind of a lull in the snow downtown anyway.
Yeah, for now, but it is going to ramp back up later on. Good day, sir. We're dealing with cloudy, snowy conditions in some areas, but some lake effect snow is going to envelop the Buffalo Metro later this morning into the early afternoon, as you can see there. And then it looks like it will come with a little bit of a wind as well. So we could have some poor visibility coming down right now in Salamanca, which is what you see in the background. So there's the snow up towards Niagara Falls, Wilson, Alcott, into Youngstown, also into southern Erie County, the Boston Hills. There's the snow, Newfane, Niagara on the lake getting some snow. And then it looks like towards Springville and Arcade. And it looks like also in the Cold Spring area up towards Randolph and Salamanca, as you could see earlier. But see that disturbance to the west? That's what's going to kind of help generate the lake effect snow. There it is as we head into the afternoon. But it does shut down, I think, this evening, and then it ramps back up again tonight, as you can see there. And that lake effect snow will continue tonight, especially for the south towns. Many areas will get into that 2 to 5 inch range, maybe up to 6 in a few spots, with temperatures generally in the teens tonight. And then for tomorrow, we're going to see some morning snow showers and then partly sunny skies and temperatures a little bit warmer as highs get close to 30 degrees. And then maybe a few rain showers on Wednesday, but we're going to go with a mainly dry Wednesday. Notice temperatures. We go from the 20s today, 30 tomorrow, upper 30s on Wednesday, close to 40, and well into the 40s on Thursday, with some rain and wind. That rain on Thursday coming later in the day, but it does look windy all day. Then cold temperatures come in, it looks like Friday, and that will set the stage for some brief lake effect snow on Friday, and then a little light rain or snow Saturday and Sunday, as temperatures kind of trending upwards a bit, even as we head into next week. But yeah, a little break in the snow now, but Pete, more is coming back.
All right. Thank you very much, Patrick. Well, in our news this morning, it is 9:02, and first this morning, new details coming out of Rhode Island in a news conference late last night. Officials in Providence said they are releasing a person of interest who had been detained in connection with the shooting that killed 2 people and injured 9 others.
And they ended up coming and locating this individual of interest, and at that point, we did a thorough investigation, examined, ended up drafting some search warrants, came up with some evidence, but that evidence was examined, and we didn't have enough, obviously, to be able to prosecute anybody, and so the person was released.
And this morning, a Brown University student from Buffalo is sharing her experience on campus when the university put out that active shooter alert. Daybreak's Natalie Foss joins us live in the newsroom with the latest on her story. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning, Pete. I texted back and forth with Kirsten Smith, a sophomore at Brown on the field hockey team, just hours after that shooting took place. She was in the library studying for her final exams as the shooting was happening. That's a building she says is very close to the engineering building where those shots were fired. She said that in the library where she was studying, she took this photo when she said chaos erupted when Brown sent out that alert that there was an active shooter. She and other students went and hid in the bathroom until police came and got them. Smith spoke with us yesterday afternoon once she had arrived back home here in Western New York for winter break, and she says she's still trying to process what happened to her.
In my team group chat, someone said, I think there's an active shooter. Like, I think we were all just like, is this like real? Like, I never would think that would be something that would happen, especially on like a random Saturday in like December. Like, no one ever thinks that that's going to happen, especially because I feel very safe at Brown. So it definitely was like very shocking and like really just didn't know what to do.
Smith says her parents arrived at Brown at 1 in the morning on Sunday to come and pick her up, but some of her friends didn't get the okay to go back to their dorms until 3 in the morning. Smith says she and the entire Brown community are thinking and praying for the victims as they find a way to move forward. Pete, we're happy to hear that she is home safe back here in Western New York today as that investigation continues.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Natalie. It is now 9:04, and people in Sydney, Australia are shaken this morning. 2 gunmen, a father and his son, opened fire during a Hanukkah celebration at a beach. At least 15 people were killed, 27 others were hurt. The father is identified as a 50-year-old man he was shot and killed by police. The 24-year-old son suffered critical injuries and is now in the hospital. Officials are describing this as a terrorist attack and say it was, quote, designed to target Jewish people. Back here in Western New York, there are several Hanukkah events planned for this week. Many celebrated the first night of Hanukkah with a menorah lighting ceremony on Maple Road in Amherst. Now, this is an event that's gone on more than 40 years now, and one rabbi from the Chabad House of Buffalo says he's followed the news coming out of Sydney, and he says while a security plan is necessary, he believes that it is equally important for community members to spread a message of kindness during Hanukkah.
Obviously, you have to take security measures and enforcement and whatever it takes that these things shouldn't occur, from a security perspective. But what each one of us could do in our own lives in spreading kindness and love and unity and warmth, that's something that each one could do in their own community, in their own home. And that has an effect, a little light expels a lot of darkness.
And the message of unity and kindness will likely be spread later today in the Elmwood Village. It'll be the village's 4th annual public menorah lighting, happening in front of M&T Bank on Elmwood Avenue at 5:30. Organizers say they plan to honor the victims of the Sydney mass shooting. There will also be festive music, crafts, and holiday food. Today, we expect to learn the new details about what Hamburg police are calling a suspicious incident. This was the scene at a home on McKinley Parkway around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. You can see Hamburg police investigators out there. Our photographer on scene told us that he saw the medical examiner at the scene removing what appeared to be a body from the house. We'll share updates from Hamburg police once we have them. And today is the final day for families who receive child care assistance in Niagara County to avoid getting waitlisted. The county's Department of Social Services says all new applications and recertifications submitted after today will be placed on a wait list for assistance. Counties across the state are being forced to pivot without enough funding to assist families in need. They're working to secure more money from the state and looking into other options to help vulnerable families. It is 9:07 now. We're celebrating Western New York. In Derby, a heartwarming story just in time for the holidays. It's a story that was pieced together because staff at Suburban Adult Services, otherwise known as SASE, got curious. They say they noticed at Killarney IRA residents Teddy Clark and Cindy Clark had similarities from the way they look to their facial expressions to even the way they colored. They tell us it was confirmed through family records they are long-lost siblings. They grew up apart, and now Teddy and Cindy are back together living under the same roof.
They get to live out their senior years together, and they get to have each other. And that's, that kind of warms us, Even though they might not 100% understand, we understand, and it warms us that they are together. Were you happy that you have a brother? Yeah?
He lives with me.
He lives with you now. Yes, he does.
And after all the missed holidays together, Cindy tells us that she's excited to spend Christmas with her brother. A blood drive held in Lancaster yesterday was about more than donating blood. It was about honoring a life and a legacy. Connect Life hosted a drive in memory of 30-year-old Adam Curtis. Curtis was killed in a motorcycle crash in Lancaster in July. His parents organized the event to keep his memory alive and to help others in need.
We're just blown away by the amount of people that Adam touched, the outreach of people to us. And we just thought that we have to do something to make this life continue.
And his parents have also established a scholarship in Adam's name. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll have a look at weather and some Bills highlights for you coming up after the break. It is 9:11 now, and this morning, the Bills division title hopes are still alive as they pulled another rabbit out of a hat, staging one of the largest comebacks in team history to deny New England the chance to celebrate a division title. Now it's a race to the finish. To On Your Side's Jonathan Acosta breaks it all down for us.
In order to be the man, you've got to beat the man. The Patriots looking to be top dogs in the AFC East. Drake May looking to improve his MVP case. But the Bills are the ones who've won the division 5 years in a row, and it's Josh Allen who's the reigning MVP. Patriot ideas of a changing of the guard Sunday? The Bills had other plans. Bills visiting Gillette Stadium. Pats could clinch the AFC East with the win. As Deion Dawkins told me this week, the Bills looking to stop a hat and t-shirt game. But they weren't stopping anything early on. Drake May here, keeping it himself. First of 2 touchdown runs on the day for Drake May. Patriots up 7-0 here, up 14-0 after the second one. And now second quarter, Travion Henderson finding daylight and turns on the burners. 52-yard house call, everything going wrong for the Bills as the Patriots jump out to a 21-0 lead. But if you thought this game was done, you had to think again. Bills go down the field. Josh Allen finding James Cook for this short touchdown pass. Buffalo gets on the board, and the Bills trailed 24-7 at the half. Second half, the Bills start the half with the ball, and here's where they really turned it on. Allen rolling to his right, finding Dawson Knox. Knox's first touchdown catch after becoming a dad this past week. That score makes this a 10-point game. Stop on defense. Bills march down again. James Cook from 3 yards out, initially ruled short, but after review, Cook able to stay up just long enough to cross the goal line. We've got a 3-point game in Foxborough. After a Trey White INT, Bills right back in the red zone. Allen making magic happen. A frozen rope to Knox, the second fatherhood TD connection, and the Bills have stormed back to take the lead. That lead did not last very long, though. On the ensuing Patriots drive, Drake May handing this off to Henderson. Initially looks like he's going to get stopped. He cuts it back, and he's got acres of open field. The rookie rumbling to a 65-yard touchdown. The Bills give up 246 on the ground and are back down by 3. But once this Bills offense got rolling, nothing was stopping it. Cook again, this time 11-yard score, his 3rd touchdown of the game. The Bills scored touchdowns on 5 consecutive drives. After being down by 21, the Bills rally to stun the Patriots 35-31, handing New England its first loss since September and staying alive in the AFC East. Josh Allen after the game on why this team never loses belief in itself.
It's maybe over the course of the season what we've done, and you saw it today, of what makes this team of, you know, we're not out of it. You know, we're going to continue to fight one play at a time. No matter what the score is, if it's in the 3rd quarter, it's in the 4th quarter, whatever it is, you know, if we've got a chance and we got the ball, you know, we feel like we like our chances, and, you know, that's that.
Bills now 10-4 on the season. They're in Cleveland to face the Browns next Sunday. That game, the final road game of the season for the Bills. On your side here in the studio, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
Man, what a game. Do you think they were out of it? End of the first half. You think it was done?
You know, I know they had 2 comeback victories like this already, but the way that the Patriots were playing,
yeah,
I was like, you know, we might score, but they're going to keep scoring as well. So we might come back, but not take it over.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I kind of thought that the Patriots were going to take the division yesterday.
Yeah.
Not Portnoy, sure of it.
Did you see that? Oh my! And if you, Dave Portnoy, who's with what is it?
Barstool Sports.
Barstool Sports, who's a big Patriots fan, went on this shouting rant about how bad the Bills were.
How the Bills' time is over. It's the time for the Patriots to take it back, and they won the crown. Blah blah at halftime. And I'll give him a lot of credit because at the end of the game,
did he come back?
He came back and reposted. He goes, yeah, I probably shouldn't have posted that, and you know, I regret it now. And I mean, he ate like 3 Thanksgiving dinners worth of crow in that second one, and I give him a lot of credit for you know, owning it.
Yeah, those that go silent after having hot takes like that, you know, it's like, dude, you gotta fess up.
One of the comments was, boy, this to his first rant said, boy, this aged like a gallon of milk in the trunk of a 78 Corova in the middle of summer. It was just, it was great.
That's funny.
But,
Yeah,
well, things are looking brighter for the Bills this season. Just keeps getting worse for the Kansas City
This
Chiefs.
is terrible.
Man, quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL in yesterday's loss to the Chargers, and now his season's over. And it was on the last play of the game, or the last drive of the game. The Chiefs were also eliminated from playoff contention with their loss to the Chargers for the first time in Mahomes' career. But, you know, I like to see the Chiefs out of it, just because the Chiefs have been the thorn in the side.
Right.
But you don't want to see anyone
No,
get
that's
injured.
I felt, and it kind of just adds to like the end is now here for them this season. Then you get this on top of it. You know, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, but I mean, with the Chiefs, we were talking during Daybreak this morning that, you know, can the Bills keep doing this, be the cardiac kids over and over and over again? But then I pointed out the 13 seconds. The Chiefs did that all that season.
Yeah, they
back.
did. They had big comeback wins. You're right, not just in that game, but that entire season.
So,
yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
They're saying there's a chance. I mean, right now, from what I understand, whatever seeding we get right now may not be that relevant, unless, of course, we want the first seed.
Right.
But if we don't, our path is not, Hercules. It's not dominating. It's like whether it's the Steelers or Jacksonville, Houston may be a problem.
I was going to say, I don't want to go through Houston.
Houston, their defense is insane. Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of glad the Chiefs and maybe the Ravens are out of it.
So did you see the Grandpa Bowl? 44-year-old Phillip Rivers suited up for the Indianapolis Colts.
That was cool.
At quarterback yesterday. It wasn't a disaster necessarily. Playing for the first time in 1,800 days, the former Pro Bowl quarterback put up one passing touchdown, one interception, and was sacked one time against the Seahawks. Colts wound up losing 18-16, but here's what Rivers had to say after the game.
Grateful, running out for warm-ups and all that, and out there for the anthem, and as the game just got going, I was just thankful, grateful that I was out there. And it was a blast. It was a blast, but obviously the emotions now are disappointment, right? Disappointment. This isn't about me. We got a team that was scrapping like crazy to try to stay alive and get in the postseason. So obviously we're all disappointed. Came up just short. The game kind of played out almost kind of how we thought it was going to play out in terms of how we were going to win the game. Kind of one of those grinded out kind of games, and we didn't find a way to get it done. Is the bottom line. We did a lot of things really well on both sides of the ball, and obviously Blake unbelievable kicking the football all game. But just some of us in there talking now is, we got to win. I'm speaking offensively. If I can, stay healthy, like I feel good, and it's going to get better as we go. But the catch in that is we got to win. It doesn't really matter if it's getting better as we go if we don't win, because it's going to be over in 3 weeks. So that's the catch there, but it's going to continue to get better. I mean, this was obviously the first one. We're talking about 3 days of practice. But again, it was a real blessing to be back out there with the guys. But obviously this is about the Colts and the Seahawks, and we didn't find a way to get it done. And certainly a few plays here and there I'd like back. But all in all, we just didn't find a way.
But unbelievable. What a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sitting at home coaching youth football and, playing with his grandson, and all of a sudden the phone rings. Hey, you want to come back?
And there's some great video of the reaction the team he coaches had when he made like his first play, or maybe it was when he made the touchdown.
Yeah.
The kids just erupted, in proudness, if you can believe it. It's a great story.
It would be awesome if they could make the playoffs.
Oh my gosh, with him at the helm, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, guess what? The Buffalo Sabres have a winning streak. A winning streak. We will tell you all about that after the break. All right, now on to the Sabres. They've officially got themselves a winning streak, the first one of the season. They beat the Seattle Kraken last night, finishing a 6-game road trip, which started out abysmal. They lost the first 3, won the next 3, and we're showing you practice video right now. Sabres got goals from Noah Ostlund, Tage Thompson, and Zach Benson on their way to the 3-1 victory last night. Alex Lyon continued his hot streak in net, making 23 saves en route to his third straight victory. So the Sabres finally putting together a little bit. Hopefully they can keep it going because they got, I think the Flyers coming to town on Thursday, something like that. They've got a couple of days off and before they take on the Broad Street Bullies, the Philadelphia Flyers. So keep that going.
Yeah.
Let's get 4.
Let's do it.
All right. It is now 9:24. Well, we had some sad news, to say the least, shocking news in the entertainment world. Rob Reiner and his wife were found dead inside their Los Angeles home yesterday from apparent stab wounds. Reiner is considered one of Hollywood's most iconic film directors. He was a great actor. We remember him from our childhood.
Yes.
And NBC's Conan Nolan has more on his life.
You have to be kidding! America first came to know him as the hippie son-in-law of the blue-collar bigot Archie Bunker, played by Carol O'Connor in the 70s TV comedy All in the Family. It ran for 9 seasons.
Boss, he's not my son, Gloria. I mean,
get your hands off my daughter, you balloon!
While there were other acting roles, it was behind the camera that Rob Reiner had his cinematic impact, inventing the modern romantic comedy with Harry Met Sally with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. The often quoted The Princess Bride, which has been newly rediscovered by younger audiences. And the military courtroom classic A Few Good Men, where Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson faced off over a murder at the U.S. military base in Guantanamo, Cuba. He once told talk show host Howard Stern that he learned filmmaking from his father, Carl Reiner, himself an actor and screenwriter who had often worked with Steve Martin.
Now, I can tell you that it wasn't until, and this is now, I'm in my mid to late 30s, it wasn't until I did Stand By Me that I started feeling myself. And I said, okay, I'm carved. I mean, a long, long time it took me to start to carve out my own
identity.
world. Yes.
Reiner was also active in politics. He routinely helped raise money for the Democratic Party. In 1998, he single-handedly championed Proposition 10, a 50-cent per pack tax on cigarettes to finance child education and health programs. He was also a fierce critic of President Trump. This was Reiner on the Jimmy Fallon Show during the president's first term in office.
Unless the public is informed, we don't have a chance to hold this democracy together. So we're trying, we're fighting, and, you know, hopefully we will, because we love this country and we don't want to see it devolve.
Recently releasing Spinal Tap 2, a sequel 4 decades following his first movie, a satirical send-up of the then-popular rock documentary. Rob Reiner was a virtuoso whose intent was to make his audiences laugh, understand life, and to take a stand. To many, he was the best of Hollywood.
I loved him even in a more recent role in Wolves of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a huge role, but it was so funny. And of course, he's known for things a lot more, you know, going way back. But
what's amazing about him is, you know, like you said, we got to know him as Meathead on Archie Bunker,
right?
For those of us of a certain age. But to think that Meathead went on to be the mind behind Princess Bride, Stand By Me, so many great movies that you don't even think of as a, you know, Rob/Carl Reiner. It's like a Few Good Men. It's just, it's his filmography is just incredible.
And then you obviously, when Harry Met Sally and others, but he was behind Seinfeld, and Castle Rock, his production company. So yeah, it's amazing what an icon he was. And his father, God, I loved his father.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, Spinal Tap, one of your favorites.
Oh, the best. I have not yet to see the remake.
He quotes Spinal Tap
almost
about every morning.
Once a week, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Cleveland.
Hello, Cleveland.
All right. Well, we're going to take a look outside right now as we transition to weather.
There is a live look with dry conditions now, but that's going to be changing as we do have some snow on the way. It's been snowing all morning down across southern Erie County, but that snow is going to begin lifting north and envelop much of Buffalo and places even to the north with some heavy snow at times. There's also a batch of snow up there towards Lockport and Newfane. Right now we're looking at, again, a winter weather advisory from 10 o'clock, so coming up in the next half hour starts. and then it goes through tomorrow morning, 2 to 5 inches. However, a couple spots may get a little bit more than that, potentially. You can see that snow moving through. I do believe it tapers off this evening, and then it comes back. There's that 8 o'clock snow band right over Grand Island, right over Buffalo, and then it extends through the city and then back into the south towns this tonight and into early tomorrow morning. But then it warms up, and we have some rain to track, it looks like, by the later Thursday into Friday.
You know, and then it transitions back to snow.
Yeah, snow on Friday, rain on Thursday, snow Friday, and then kind of a little combo platter of both for the weekend.
Are we still looking at warm up for next week?
Yeah, and it's. I don't think it's the kind of warmth that'll melt the snow, but it's going to warm up leading up to Christmas. Yeah.
So it might still look like Christmas.
I think for many, not all, but for many, yes.
Not for Kenmore.
Yeah.
You'll get no Christmas like it.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. All right. Well, right now it's 21 degrees outside. It's going to be a kind of a messy one today, so be careful as you head out. Thanks for watching Daybreak Plus.